in Mount Carmel, Farm Bureau is your family. We strive very hard to take care of all of our customers in East Tennessee, and particularly the Volunteer Falcons. And we just want to say we support the Volunteer Falcons. Together we fly.
Pretty solid. They're pretty solid.
Got a local hometown hero out here waiting on those wings, so just let me know when you get them finished. All right, Freddie, get in here and run these wings for us. Freddie.
Hello and welcome back to the Coach Wag Show. I'm your host, Heath Regal, and I'm here with the one and only Coach Wagner.
Yep, that's me, Coach Wagner.
That's him.
Hey, Heath, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you after
It's
a
good to
long
see you
hiatus. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty
Felt
cool.
longer than it was.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. You just want to jump into the questions?
Well, I want to say, like, we're live here from Smoky Mo's Barbecue. I've got nothing but love for this place, and I've got a few of my guys here eating some wings and some barbecue, and I want to say thank you to them. You know, so if you're thinking about barbecue, make sure you think about the Smoky Mo. You know.
I haven't eaten anything yet, but I can smell it, and it smells amazing.
Well, I hear you're like a food critic. Is this one thing that's true?
A little bit.
So how long have you been doing that?
Since freshman year, actually.
Really?
Yep.
Do not come to my house.
Okay.
My wife.
Oh, no.
Like, you'll never leave. She's actually improved. I've gained weight this past year. When we first got married, it was not good.
Oh.
But then it became, like, super good. And then the more and more we feed kids, they tend to stay away. You know what I'm saying? So when you come over for supper one time, like, she makes dirty rice, Coach Hensley, you'll vouch for it. That stuff, like, I mean, she cooks, her gumbo is out of this world.
Ooh, gumbo.
Yeah, the kids get some of that this year. They're pretty excited for it. So when we cook that, I'll invite you over. But now let's get back to this football thing. That food makes me a little hungry. So
Yeah. The first question I have is, how did preseason go?
Well, it was probably one of the most challenging things in my life. We had ups and downs. Learned a lot, you know, with the new rules going around. And I just call it what it is. Like, I think everybody was in lingo. There's a gray area, and nobody wants to be honest with each other in the state, and I just call it what it is. But workouts, phenomenal. When I first got here, we had roughly 8 to 10 kids, and then this past January, I think we had probably an average of 30 kids in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? Which is a real drastic increase of bodies.
Yeah.
And then coaches other sport, and you know, and I'm running stuff, and then Matt's in there, Coach Smith. Unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight, but that's a great question for him when he gets on air, you know, because he runs our weight room and does our strength and conditioning, and like, they do a really good job. So our numbers grew up, and like right now we're at 60-something kids. So
yeah, I was talking to a few of them a few months ago, and they're like, "Yeah, man, preseason was actually probably the best one that we've ever had." Yeah,
it's really. I'm just really impressed by their work and their buy-in, and the parents' buy-in. It's just actually unbelievable. It's kind of weird to me because I'm used to like not having that buy-in, but this place has become something special to us.
Yeah, and I'd say as you get more like introduced to the kids and like you know them more, it gets easier to.
Well, it does, and you know that's just building relationships in the hallways.
Yeah.
And look, like chasing. What's crazy is chasing kids down and maybe being stern to them or maybe like kind of giving them kind of structure. Some kids thrive for that, and then the ones that don't, you show them a different type of love, and they end up thriving in that and falling in that environment. So they're not a jellyfish no more. They're like an old piece like water, and then Next thing you know, you're the freezer and then the ice cube tray, and that makes them hard, you know?
Yeah.
So they mold themselves in the program. And that's what's really good for us right now is we're finding kids that want to be molded into better people.
Yeah. The next question I have for you is, compared to last year's preseason, how's the team looking?
Well, I think we're more disciplined. And even like we were successful last preseason. We did some great things, and we became more disciplined. But I feel like we're more disciplined as of now. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect at all. We're still going to argue and fight with each other. We're going to have heated practices. We're going to have those passionate moments.
Yeah.
And we're going to have those physical
Yeah.
practices where things go wrong. And when you're tired, everybody breaks down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody breaks down. But what I've noticed about this year is this. We got so complacent with practice already, I had to change the way we practiced, and I couldn't sleep when I got home because I felt like the more comfortable we were, we became worse.
Yeah.
Because we were comfortable. Everything was smooth. I was going through the motions. So I changed the way we practice now at least twice a week. So our kids they don't know. It's it's a consistent, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then, of course, days like today, the weather, you can't help the weather. So,
Yeah.
I mean, lightning's lightning, and I ain't practicing in that. So,
I've got a third question. Also, compared to last year, what different techniques of coaching are you trying to implement or use?
the biggest one I haven't put on a headset yet. And this is me learning, sometimes I'm a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, so my presence changes the way that people think.
Yeah.
And as a leader, sometimes I've got to realize taking a back seat and trusting those guys that I've hired and that have fully bought in because they are just as competitive as I am.
Yeah.
They take a little piece of my fire. I may be the I guess you could say head honcho or whatever it is, but they take my passion and they realize, you know what, I'm better because of him. And I hope at least that the way, or they're competitive enough because, you can hire people, but if they're not competitive people, and competitive as in to make a kid better, or competitive to put the kid in the winning situation, or competitive to develop a kid, it's like a teacher in a classroom. If a teacher isn't competing to the next teacher next to him in the school, that school's becoming stagnant.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine if you had a teacher with passion. If you got some passion like that, kids want to be at school.
Yeah.
And that's just reality. I'm a passionate person, and our coaches have become passionate about what they want and the love for our kids. And that's what's infectious about our locker room, and they realize it. And that's why it's growing. You know, we're not perfect, but I promise you this, we're very passionate and we're competitive.
Yeah.
So our kids take it. And when you got competitive coaches, you get competitive practices. And it's competition, man. Breeds success. That's why it's America.
And adding on to that question a little bit, are there any old coaching techniques that you're kind of modifying or molding to any in your players?
Well, let's just call it what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
football's been around for a very long time. If you can't tackle and you can't block, there is no football.
Yeah.
So, those techniques, have they changed? Being able to use your hands over time and maybe a down block or maybe trying to reach somebody and teaching the new way, maybe a finesse way of doing something. Sure. There's all kinds of new things, and there's all kinds of old things. And it's like the X battle or Twitter battle is what Twitter coaches or whatever,
Yeah.
they argue all the time. Hey, wing T guys are arguing with the spread guys or whatnot. And at the end of the day, I think football is football, and what you coach and what your kids believe in or what your kids can do, we got to adapt. We're the adults. We're the coaches, and we got to put the kids in the right spot to get after it. If they ain't good at it, then we either got to move on from that schematic, or we find a kid that can do it on our roster, and then we put another kid, we move them somewhere else. That's why I believe in playing the triangle on defense. If a corner struggles playing deep third or playing man, he might be good at outside linebacker because he's used to playing it flat. If a corner is good at playing deep third, that corner might be able to play safety or deep half or deep quarter. Okay, he's not good at tackling maybe, or maybe he can be in pass coverage. So I kind of look at kids' skill sets, but try to develop their confidence along the way. And we talk about those traits all the time in the locker room.
Yeah, so you're kind of keeping it flexible with your
100%, 100%. Because the more depth you create, the more energy you have in practice. And the more energy you have in practice, the maximum you get out of input. It's like if you don't have no intent behind anything you do, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So that's why I try not to sprint our kids, because I ask them to go hard in practice. But when they don't do it, or drop a pass, run a mile. It is what it is, especially with no defense on you.
The new transfers. What are you thinking about them? Like,
Well,
are they coming in good, or are you having to like get on them?
Well, I mean, I don't think that I don't have to get on anybody. Our locker room gets on anybody. We have really good self-policing in our locker room. Like, if you act up, I'm going to know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to know about it. I'm going to find out. Now, do we have knuckleheads? Man, every team has knuckleheads. We aren't. Every team has a couple knuckleheads.
Yeah.
They're kids. They're gonna make mistakes, but that's not my place to sit here and say, hey, they're bad people or anything. This is what I'll tell you. I think I've taken some quote unquote bad apples and turned them into fruit salad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna sell. So I would look at it that way. And a lot of people don't look at it that way, because I think that kids fit the mold of what we allow. So
Yeah.
a lot of people say, what's your culture? It's what I tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
And you can ask any of our kids. I don't tolerate much. I don't change or dictate much, but I will adapt, whether it be practice, attitude. I don't coach every kid the same. I coach them all different, because they come from different backgrounds. It's a where I can get on my nephew Brighton hard, and I may look at Bryson Christian and look at him totally different.
Yeah.
Because like he understands, or maybe he didn't understand, but Brighton understood.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? And
yeah.
I wouldn't talk to Kenya Maxwell the same way that I would talk to either one of those guys, because Kenya's just a cut-up.
Mm-hmm.
But he does that in a loving way, because his situation is just different, everybody. And, we got to respect that and understand that we're here for one another in 12 months. In 12 months, it's a year.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be thought about no more. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So transfers are good. I haven't had a problem with a single one of them.
So knowing your kids is pretty important.
Man, if you don't know them, you can't do nothing. You don't feed them, you don't love them, you can't coach them.
Yeah.
You can't. And in today's world, there's a reason why, you got to understand. It ain't about shoes on their feet. It's about what you're trying to give them to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I was the same way. If you would feed me, you wouldn't go get rid of me. I was like a cat. I'm coming around the porch. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's love.
Yeah.
That's love. Like, if you're willing to show somebody love, they're willing to listen to you even when they're wrong, and you're critiquing them, like, in any kind of aspect. It don't matter where. Jesus said it, break bread.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's one of the virtues that I try to take.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be any games during the season that are going to be like more competitive, or that your kids are going to be more fired up for than the rest of them?
You got me tongue-tied on this one, because we graduated 14 kids last year.
Yeah.
Right? And we had 14 kids in our team. You take away a few of those guys that came in, that were over. Right? Am I right about that? They were over?
Yeah. I believe so.
Didn't know how to win.
Didn't know they could win.
Correct. And you go back and look at it now, I think our kids don't expect to win. They expect to compete.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that competition model, because all they know is this. Like, as of right now, we don't even have a depth chart still.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in a depth chart. I think it moves from play to play or drive to drive, because if I can play 35 kids on defense and I can play 22 on offense, you just played 55 kids out of a 60-something roster, and we're fresh. So it goes back to this. Our kids know that when their moment comes, they better produce. If they don't produce, then they go down the depth chart. Mm-hmm. And it causes a situation saying, hey, you know what? I got to produce. I got to perform. I got to do what I have to do. And that's life, man. That's everywhere you go. I mean, it's about production. As a man, you go to work and you got to provide for your family.
Yeah.
You better go to work and make that paycheck, or the bills ain't gonna be paid.
Yeah, so a little
Like
bit
so that's what we're teaching here is like, hey, you got responsibility, and peer pressure is the best pressure because everybody in our locker room want to see somebody do good. Nobody wants to see nobody do bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And managing kids and managing adults is something I do decent. Am I the best at it? Probably not. But our kids expect to win. They expect to compete. They know my expectation, and that's the standard. And the thing is the standard's the minimum. So that's the difference of this year and last year.
Yeah. So you give them a little bit of trial by fire.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I mean, I think it's just getting your feet wet. It's kind of like learning how to swim. You hop in, you either figure it out or you don't, and somebody goes, come get you. And luckily I'm here to come get them. So.
Yeah. Do any of your kids have, like, worse days than others, and they kind of have to get tweaked a little bit?
Oh, dude, I got some kids on my team that hate to practice. But when the competition, they see another color jersey, them dudes, man, they like Mike Tyson in the first round. You paying for a knockout and you spend $135 on pay-per-view. Unless it's Buster Douglas. I mean, honestly, that's what it is. Gee, am I lying about that? We got some lazy practice players. Bryson, am I lying about that? They look like Ezel at a grocery store. Terrible. Could not. They show up with their jersey untucked. Man, it's hot out here. Or crying about something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like some of us in the classroom.
Yeah.
I got to be here. Why? And then you got some kids that if I don't practice and I don't do it the right way, I'm not getting better. So I think every team deals with that.
Yeah.
But when the lights come on, those game type kids, it's like, man, dude, this kid here, where did he come from? So maybe we were coaching right and we're celebrating on the sideline. Man, did he just make a play? And I think every team at school deals with that. We have some players that are great practice players and great gamers. You know what you're going to get. Steady Eddie kids is what I call them.
Yeah.
And they're just always going up. It's like a bonds. You put the money into a bond, it's going to grow over time. And then you got these stock market lottery kids, man, showing up late and they're pushing a board. And next thing you know, their legs are wobbly and then they don't miss practice no more and they become real good. So it's part of it. So that's why I look at it.
Yeah. Are there any games this season that you are excited / worried about?
Worried, my biggest worry is not living out to like my dream. My dream at Volunteer High School, and a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy, and maybe I am crazy. But you got to be crazy to coach high school sports in today's world. I mean, you got to have a love for it. But I would love to host a home playoff game at Volunteer High School.
Yeah.
We have the facilities to do it now. Everything's touched up. Is everything perfect? Not yet. But it's beautiful. The stadium just recently got painted due to some parents and the flight crew and some coaches right there busting their tails and getting after it. And shout out to Bobby's Painting. And shout out to the donors, like, Farm Bureau. And you got Inside Out with Billy Sword. I mean, and I can name a few other businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, to just contributed. And I'm just excited. And also the new scoreboard with it going on and the capabilities of it. You imagine a playoff game.
Yeah, I was up
home.
in the press box the other day, and I was looking down at like the bleachers in the field, and I was like, "This looks amazing.
It's crazy.
It's great."
Is it not? I mean, it's what you guys deserve, though. It's what you guys deserve as a student body because I believe in every kid. Like, I believe in it, and I think most of the teachers believe in it, and maybe all the teachers. I know admin does, and and I definitely know what Kevin Porter does, and the way I speak to him, he's in things, and the more that we believe in kids, and that's all that matters, is us trying to get through to y'all that you can do it, and maybe some hard work and some sweat never really hurt nobody. Sometimes we gotta look at it as a glass half full type thing.
And let me say, I would love to host a home playoff game.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
That's a dream of mine, and that's a goal of mine. I think it's obtainable. But let's call it what it is. You got Greenville and Betsy in front of you.
Yeah.
I talked to Coach Witten the other night, and I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to catch your tail. I straight up told them on the phone, I'm trying to catch you, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you got Cherokee. You know, they do a good job down there.
Yeah.
And they come to us this year on TV. Big game. But, I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, the old cliche says 1 week at a time, and that's how I live. But I live like one play at a time, you know.
Yeah.
I look at one play at a time. And then that play might be 5 seconds. That play might be 6 seconds. So hopefully that 6-second play, we're in the end zone. So, and when you got athletes like we have, they can get in the end zone real fast, and I like that. So.
Yeah.
What you thinking about? You got another question for me, or are you done? You done with me already?
I'm not done with you. I need another question. I'm enjoying talking to you.
I got a question for you.
What's the question?
What did you do this summer?
What did I do this summer? Ooh, that's a tough one.
How?
I didn't do much.
Okay, but tell me, what did you do? Did you go fishing?
I did go fishing a little bit.
Did you? Where'd you go
bit.
fishing at? Is it around here hanging out?
It's around here. It's like a,
Oh, you got a secret spot.
yeah, it's near Beach Creek.
Oh.
Yeah,
Boat or land?
land.
Cat fishing? Or just bass fishing?
Anything fishing.
Oh, whatever bites?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever gives the most fight, you know?
Okay.
I caught about 7.5 pound bass. It's a good spot.
You got a picture of it?
My dad does.
Oh, I might have to see that thing.
It's fat.
Really?
Yeah, like big.
What'd you use?
Crawdad plug.
Should have been a black worm, dog.
Yeah.
So I tell you, Texas rig.
Could have caught a 10-pounder.
Yeah. He's waiting right next to it.
I know.
So, but no, man, I appreciate it. If there's anything that you need in school, just let me know.
All right.
Let's cut this commercial break here.
And I'll bring on Brighton.
There you go. All right, thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Freddie, my service engine light came on. Hey, let me pull over real quick.
Hey, I'm Mike Blair, Treads Tire and Towing here in Mount Carmel, Tennessee, 409 Main Street East, Mount Carmel. We do 24-hour towing for accidents, recoveries, breakdowns. We also do new tire sales, tire repairs, get any brand that's out there. And any purchase with us for new tires is free rotation, free repair for the lifetime of the tire. And again, we're pretty competitive on pricing, I think, and try to beat everybody on service. Come down and see us.
This thing on?
Welcome back. And now I've got Brighton.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. I'm great. I'm great.
I think they're messing with you. Big
Yeah,
dog.
it's fine.
All right. So, did you enjoy your preseason?
I loved it. It was amazing. I mean, everyone just getting after it, getting the hard work in, you know, and obviously having fun while doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, camp was just amazing.
What was probably your favorite part?
Of camp?
Of
Or just
all of it.
all of it? I'd probably say, okay, so during practice, we were in shells actually, and it was our first day of shells, inside run. And like I ran through the offensive line, and then during the water break, this kid named Jackson Frost, he had we was talking about it and how I ran through the offensive line, and he had just pressed up. And it was just a great time. It was a great, like, hype-up moment, you know, for the team in general. Everyone was just hyped, and it was great.
I know Jackson. He's a goofy guy.
Yeah, he is.
Are there any games this season that you're looking forward to?
All of them.
All of them?
Really, yeah. I'm looking forward to every single one of them. Hopefully, we come out 1-0 at the end of every single week, you know, and then we go into playoffs with a lot of, like, remembrance from last playoffs, how we really could have won last year's first round, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully this year it's just a lot better, and the intensity's, like, really picked up.
If we do have a home playoff game, you're probably the one that I want to see the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Don't worry.
Let's see here. Have you been feeling the new like coaching methods? Is that
Yeah, so like Coach Wag was saying with the new coaching, with the new practices and stuff, he had changed it up not too long ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and it really woke everyone up. It opened up their eyes, like we need to keep on working because we don't know what's coming for us, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, Coach Wag's really just trying to get us ready for the next level. Like we've got targets on our back now from where we won and we weren't expected to win. So now everyone's like, dang, we really got to actually try now.
Yeah. Do you think that his new coaching methods have increased the team leadership and the I guess the morale of the whole team?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like everyone's just picking it up, and then like during practice, we just randomly just start getting like really hyped up, you know, like we just all pick each other up and stuff, and then, you know, like Coach Wag said, we beat each other up on the field and stuff. Not like literally, but
Yeah.
yeah, and really just everyone just gets hyped up during practice. During these scrimmages, like we're just really hyped up, we're ready, and I just feel like the whole entire morale of the team just like boosted by like ×2 since last year.
Have you seen any like new freshmen coming in that you're really excited to see how their season goes?
Yeah, I am actually. Eli Garst, which I mean, the spotlight's on Xavier, but I really like Eli Garst and how he's been playing lately. He's kind of like the standout freshman that I've been looking at, you know, like I pick on him every practice. I'm like, hey, you're not going to come across the middle, you know. But, like, realistically, he's like one of our guys that we're going to have to count on this season as a young guy and as, like, a varsity player, you know. Like, we're really counting on him offensively to do the job for us.
You're a senior, right?
Yes, I am.
Who do you think you're going to miss most after you graduate on the team?
I'm between two people, I'm not going to lie.
I think I know who they are.
Yeah, they're both juniors. One of them transferred in this year, and he's been my buddy since, like, the end of 8th grade. And the other one I met whenever I transferred, and he's a pretty good guy too, I guess. I'm going to miss them the most because, like, they really just impacted me as a person, honestly, outside of football, not even in football. And they've shown me, like, you know, what a true friendship feels like.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind you after you graduate? Like, what do you want to be known for?
Really, I just want to be known for my leadership, you know, picking people up, not trying to, like, yell at everyone, but more of, like, making sure they know how to do their job before I leave.
Yeah.
Because I know even whenever this whole entire group of senior leaves this year, we'll still have a bunch of talented kids getting ready for next season.
Speaking of leadership, who do you think some of the biggest leaders on the team are?
I think Owen Fleener's a really big leader, you know, like on defensively, like he just likes to pick up the team. Me and him and like a couple others, Gavin Stout, Jacoby Hyatt, we're just great leaders, all of us, and our senior group really knows how to lead the team right now.
Yeah. Let's see here. What are you most excited to do this season? Like
Tackle.
Tackle?
Yeah. I'm most excited to tackle.
I'm most excited to see you tackle.
Yeah. Thank you.
Trying to come up with another question.
You're all good.
Who do you think the biggest leaders on the team that are like sophomore and freshman? Who do you think the biggest leaders are going to be, like
Sophomore
stepping
and
up
freshman?
next year?
Okay. Sophomore wise, I feel like Jansen Arnold, Connor Begley, and Hayden Grigsby. Those are my three sophomore leaders right there. Like, they really know how to. Connor Begley, he knows how to lead the defense, you know. Jansen and Grigsby, they're just all-around leaders wherever they go, you know, off the field and on the field. Freshman-wise, I feel like my guy Miller. He's a pretty good leader as a QB. He's one of our freshman QBs, and he's a little guy, but he'll definitely tell you what you need to do. He knows everything already,
Yeah.
and that's what's really good about him.
Have you noticed a big shift from last preseason to this preseason?
Yeah, the intensity. So I wasn't here like half of last preseason, but the intensity from last preseason to this season has definitely like picked up. Last season, I guess everyone was just so doubtful of how the season would go and stuff. So like the whole morale was just down, and like everyone wasn't really as hype as they are this preseason. This preseason, everyone's like expected, like, yeah, we win, but we gotta beat our standard 7-4. You know, like
Yeah.
that's our minimum right now for me.
So they're not exactly cocky. They're just,
Yeah,
how do I want to word this? They're confident, but they're not cocky.
exactly. Yeah, they're very humble.
Yeah. Have I already asked you what games you're most excited for or worried for?
Yeah, you have all. of
Darn.
them. You're all good.
Um,
Which games are you most excited for?
Honestly, Elizabethton.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really
Because
good one.
the way we played in the second half of Elizabethton last year,
Mm-hmm.
that got me really excited. Like, I know we lost that game,
Yeah.
but that was probably one of my favorite games, just from the way I saw you guys, like, wake up.
Yeah, I guess from last year, I mean, everyone expected us to lose against Elizabeth, and even some of our own players. I mean, I'm just call it what it is.
I never did.
Some of our players even thought like, hey, we actually will lose this game. But then by the end of first quarter, how we were like kind of stepping back, but then second quarter we picked it up a little bit, and then by halftime, Coach Wack gave us that halftime speech, you know, and we really thought to ourselves like we could really win this. So then second half we just picked it up, and the intensity shifted by the crowd and by the players, you know, and it was
Yeah.
just great all around atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't think I've topped out a mic more than in the second half of that game.
Yeah, it was a close one.
Yeah. I had a question in my head and it just disappeared. Oh, yeah. It just left again. Oh, my gosh.
You're all good.
Shoot. What drills have you been running? Like, what are some of your favorites, and what have you been like?
My
excited
favorite
to run?
drills, probably some defensive drills. I like the tackle and dummy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really honestly just tackling. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like defensive indies, that's my favorite part of practice right there. That's where that's where we get hyped up. I mean, obviously inside run, that's always a good one. But then we got Skelly, 7-on-7. That one's always a good one at receiver. But yeah.
Who do you think some of the defensive players are that we need to like watch out for? Like, they're gonna get after it this year.
Definitely Owen Fleener, you know, from last year going into this year, he's even stronger, even more like elusive. He's really smart in the head where he's going with his eyes and stuff. You know, he knows how to read the offense a lot better. And you seen last year, like, he was just a star player on defense, and now this year it's going to be a lot better, I feel like. And then we have Connor Begley. Connor Begley, he's going to be a really good defensive end for us. He really picked it up this offseason, gaining weight and strength, you know.
Yeah.
So now he's on the line, but he's a very fast defensive end and can get in that backfield in probably less than 2 seconds, I believe.
Yeah. The question I was gonna ask you just came back. Do you think that your confidence for the team has changed from before Coach Wag came in?
No, honestly. I mean, my confidence has stayed the same throughout the whole entire process of me being at Volunteer, you know. It was just win. You know, we were going to win. That's all I was really, like, believing in.
Or I guess what I meant to ask was, like, has the team's confidence changed?
Oh, the team's definitely from last year. First game, we went into Daniel Boone not knowing what we were going to do, not knowing our capability and how good we were actually going to be. And I guess Daniel Boone was really just an eye-opener of how good the rest of our season could have really been, you know. And then this year, we really had our eyes open of what we could really be after losing to Anderson County. But the half of the community, like, congratulated us on losing, which is weird. But, like, we were really close to beating Anderson County. And I feel like that just really opened up our eyes on how good we could actually be.
Yeah. I think the weather delays had a big part in Anderson County. Like, I think that game would have been so much closer if the weather delays wouldn't have, you know,
Yeah,
set us
that's what
back
I
a few
think
hours.
too. Yeah. After, like, the halftime weather delay, half of our team was upset. I mean, even me, I was sobbing somewhere in there, saying we were going to lose and stuff. And then we walked out there with the same confidence we had going into it, you know, just dominate.
Yeah, confidence is a big part of winning.
Yeah.
Who do you have the most confidence in, would you say?
Really our whole team right now, honestly. And up front as an O-line, you know, you always got to be confident in them. And I'm very sure that we're going to beat all of the teams up front, you know. Out wide at receivers, I feel like we have amazing receivers that can catch the ball, can tuck and run and actually take hits.
Yeah.
Unlike, like, other teams, you know, they're taught to just, like, catch and make a move. Like, we know how to kind of take hits.
Yeah.
Our QBs, we've been learning how to be a lot more physical within, like, QB runs and stuff like that. So I feel like our QBs, we could really do some stuff with them.
All right. So I have a last question for you before we go to commercial, and then I bring Garrison in. Who is your favorite coach?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with my DB coach, Coach Smith. He's been my day one for real. You know, he had made a shirt of me that literally said, I'm pretty sure it was like Agent Zero. It said on it with me on it, and it was amazing. It was so great. But no, that's just my coach right there. You know, I've been with him ever since he got here. Honestly, I was here before him, and but yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna cut to commercial, and then I'm gonna come back with Coach Garrison.
All righty. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Hey, Freddie, my service engine light came on. Hey, let me pull over real quick.
Hey, I'm Mike Blair, Treads Tire and Towing here in Mount Carmel, Tennessee, 409 Main Street East, Mount Carmel. We do 24-hour towing for accidents, recoveries, breakdowns. We also do new tire sales, tire repairs, get any brand that's out there. And any purchase with us for new tires is free rotation, free repair for the lifetime of the tire. And again, we're pretty competitive on pricing, I think, and try to beat everybody on service. Come down and see us.
Heads it up. Which one's that one? Is that louder? I think I turned him up. Hold on.
When the temperatures in
Is that me?
Hawkins County start acting up, Custom Heating and Air in Churchill is the team you can trust. From
I think this
fast,
squares up.
reliable cooling in the summer to dependable heating in the winter, we keep your home comfortable all year long. Our technicians are local.
All right. Turn my mic down a little bit. I'm back with probably one of my favorite coaches, if not my favorite, Coach Garrison.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm pretty much just going to ask you the same questions I asked Coach Wag,
Okay.
and I'll see if I get any different answers out of it.
All right.
How was preseason?
I thought it went really well. I thought we've had quite a few good practices, some great install. The boys have showed up pretty focused. We worked pretty hard. Like Coach Wag said, it started in January with Matt and the boys just getting in the weight room, growing up a little bit in there, facing some adversity together, and getting a little bit stronger, getting a little bit thicker. We put probably 20 and 30 pounds on quite a few guys that needed it. Carson back there in the back, he's probably put on 20 pounds. Up front, Bailey probably put on another 30. So, I mean, we got some guys that have put on some size that really helps. And that's a lot of what we lacked in the past comes from the weight room. And Coach Wagner, day one, first thing he went to is the weight room, implementing that and getting that thing in shape. And I think it's paid off dividends in the long run for us getting ready to go.
And have you noticed any, like, considerable shift from last year's preseason to this preseason?
I think Brian said it well. The biggest shift we've had is in leadership. Okay, you had some cats, and I'm not afraid to name. I mean, Lincoln Wilson's probably one of the best leaders I've ever been around. Granted, he may have moved on from us. He helped me out tremendously. He helped our program tremendously.
Yeah.
Christian Wilson, I'll be the first to say, he's probably one of the best offensive, defensive linemen I've ever seen in my life. He led through action, led through the way he carried himself day in and day out. And, I mean, those two, they may have moved on from us, but they still leave a lasting impact on what we have today.
Yeah.
Biggest shift I've seen is the fact that, and I know me and Coach Wag and Coach Smith, we challenged Brighton heading into the offseason last year to step up in a lot of those roles and to take that kind of voice over. And I think he's done a great job with that. He mentioned some other people like Owen Fleener. Jacoby High for me offensively is huge for me up front.
Yeah.
We have some youth up there, some people who have lacked game snaps. Okay, Jacoby's a 3-year starter. He's played a lot of games for us. He knows what he's doing. Granted, he can be a crybaby at times, I'll be the first to say, but he can voice his opinion, and he carries himself pretty well. I like to think we have, I'll be the first to say, Jansen right here. We threw a lot of things at Jansen this spring with the questions at quarterback, but he answered the bell, and he continues to carry himself at a high level and at a high standard. So he also holds the rest of our team up to that standard as well. So
have you seen any freshmen coming in that you think are going to leave a lasting impact or are going to become like future leaders?
Absolutely, I'll be the first to say my boy actually is going to be hard to handle for a long time to come. I'll be the first to say it. He's a specimen, and he carries himself at a high standard regardless of what others may think. He is a hard-working kid. He is a yes sir, no sir kid who carries himself at a high standard and does all the right things, and I think that goes a long way. Coach Wagner holds him to a high standard and knows what he's capable of, and we will continue to do that for the future and going forward. And he's got a bright future. We got and I'll stay with both. Actually, he's going to be a heck of a running back, and he might play a little outside receiver. We have Eli Garst in the slot right now. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a problem for a lot of kids, and a lot of defensive coordinators for years to come. He is a monster.
Yeah.
And he does all the right things the same way. And the biggest thing we've noticed, and no offense to some of our seniors and people who have graduated, but the standard is the standard, and all these freshmen and sophomores know is the standard, and so they can't deviate from it. They have no other idea of what high school football looks like.
Yeah.
So they're at a little bit of advantage to the fact that they know what we're asking of them. Mm-hmm. They're going to carry out the standard, and they're going to uphold the standard at all times.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed a shift in the confidence of the whole team from last year's preseason to this preseason?
Yeah, absolutely. There's, I don't know. I try to, I don't say weigh my expectations because I have a lot of goals for this group and a lot of goals for our team this year. But I approach it day in, day out. You got to get better every day. The only thing in front of you right today is the present, the practice ahead of you, the next rep you're going to get, the next snap you're going to get, the next drill you get to work. So I think confidence is built from those practices, and I think we've done a good job with that and kind of preparing our kids, and I think they're confident in what they're doing, confident in our scheme. So I think that goes a long way. And I think the more and more practice and install we get year to year, me and Coach Wag talk about it a lot. We are so much farther into our offensive install already than we were probably week 4 or week 5 last year. And I will say that builds confidence in me because I know that we can execute in a lot of different things.
All right. I would like to thank everyone for tuning into the Coach Wag Show. We will be here next Tuesday at the same time for the start of the season.
That's right. 1 week, baby. It's ready. Time to roll, ain't it?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Trust me, I'm ready.
All righty.